Advocacy Grants component of the EVP Office allocated a little bit over $5,000 to various student groups across its campus. We held interviews on a weekly basis and allowed student groups to come in and tell us why they would need to use our travel money. So if you're a student group out there and you're going somewhere or plan on doing any advocacy work on this campus or off this campus, please apply to the Travel and Advocacy Grants because we're always giving out money and we're always accepting applications on a rolling basis.
Hello, I'm Logan Lene and I'm from the State Affairs component of the External Vice President's Office in USAC. So pretty much what we've been working on since the start of the year. As you know, there was a huge election and we were just definitely focused on voter education. Also, registering voters was very important to us. We reached over 6,000 voters as an entire office, so that was awesome. Now, what we're currently working on is, we have a week of action trying to educate students on Prop 13 reform and bringing back the Fund the UC program and just trying to get an atmosphere of that.
Hey, I'm Raz from the
Hi, I'm Sneha. I'm from the National Affairs component in the EVP Office.
So this past weekend we went to Santa Cruz for the United States Student Association Board of Directors meeting.
We just got back from a USSA, the United States Student Association board meeting.
The United States Student Association is the largest student-run organization in the country, and the meeting was essentially about deciding what direction the organization is going. We also pulled out our organization's money from Wells Fargo because it supports the prison industrial complex and it actually has a lot of student loan under its belt.
And USSA withdrew all their money from them and moved it to Amalgamated Bank because we protested Wells Fargo's less than honest lending to students and their practices that they use in debt collection.
In the process, we staged an action at Wells Fargo's headquarters in San Francisco.
Over there, we actually had a really exciting action where we protested the headquarters of Wells Fargo in San Francisco.
And we shut down an entire intersection right in front of Wells Fargo and did some political street theater, passing money bags from the big sign that said Wells Fargo to the sign that said
It was very empowering. A lot of people joined our movement and a lot of people were very excited about it.
It was really great.
And at the board meeting, we also decided to write student-written legislation.
And at the end of this quarter, there's going to be a legislative conference where students from all over the country go to Washington, D.C. and lobby legislators on student issues. And something really important that we decided to do was to actually draft a piece of legislation by students for the students at LegCon to lobby for.
It's the first time legislation is going to be written entirely by students.
Which is a really big deal.
And we've also been focusing on our two campaigns for the year, which are the DREAM Act and student loan debt forgiveness.
In addition to that, recently the Groom Lobby Corps met with Senator Carol Wu's office. We met with her staffer Adam Carter, who actually graduated from UCLA a few years ago. And we spoke to them about potentially freezing tuition. We talked to them especially about Regento reform. The Board of Regents are the mysterious autonomous board that runs the UC system and always hikes up our tuition. We talked to them about potential changes that we could make to it, adding more student representation on it because currently there's just one student seat. So we want to actually have an undergraduate representative, a graduate representative, and a professional school representative.
We're also very excited about LegCon, which is happening in March, where we'll be taking a delegation of around 20-25 people to Washington, D.C. And that's what's going on in National Affairs.